Cool. Yeah. So hi guys. This is Chris from DoraHacks. Welcome to the first OpenSea plus Replit Hackathon project demo session. It's my honor to host you guys today. Welcome, and also congratulations on winning of the hackathon. So a little bit background of this hackathon. So this is actually the first time that DoraHacks to support OpenSea and also Replit. And in the end, in only 1 week time, we have received 37 project submissions, which is pretty good. And many of them are actually got built right after the hackathon, which is amazing. So just want to say that you guys are doing great. Congratulations on anything that you have achieved so far. And hope you guys could enjoy to present the achievement you have got so far. Yep. So before we start, just a friendly remind that each team would have no more than 15 minutes to present, so you can save some time for others. Yeah, so without further ado, let's welcome the first team to start, which is the Enchanft NFT Protocol. And for all the audience, if you have any questions during the session, please feel free to ask in our YouTube chat room, and we're gonna ask the questions for you guys. Yep. So Leon, feel free to start when you're ready.
All right, cool. So can you guys see my slide?
Yep.
Okay, cool. So we are Enchanft Protocol. That's enchant your NFT. That's how it came out with the name of the project. So we are building composable NFTs on Solana. So why composable NFT in the first place? Despite the hypergrowth of NFT adoption we've all seen in the past 2 years, NFT is still very much just being traded as a token, like with a zero representation and limited functionalities, right? But if we look at it from first principle, NFT are really just objects on the internet, right? They are programmable and interoperable. Like you can just build an NFT, be it a DeFi position or object in a game, as long as conforming to the NFT standard, you can trade it in OpenSea, right? So and recently OpenSea just started to support Solana in its beta version. What's missing there? If you look at the DeFi Lego or DeFi Summer, composability is really the biggest enabler in that growth period. And we believe that composability will, unlock the power of NFT in a similar fashion. So let's be more specific. If you look at a more traditional version or TradFi version of NFT in real life, the rare collectible items like stamps or jewelry made from gold, they possess both intrinsic value and rarity value. So in the case of a stamp, right, it's a collectible, but also have a face value, right? You can use a stamp to pay for your postage, right? And in the case of gold jewelry, if you ever purchase gold jewelry for your mother, your girlfriend, generally they will charge a fixed amount of price for the craft that goes into creating that piece of jewelry, and they will also charge you for how much the jewelry weight. So of course, the heavier the jewelry, the more gold it costs, it will be heavier. And the more complicated the craftsmanship goes into the piece of jewelry, the more expensive it goes. And in the end, the formula will be the fixed price of the gold craft plus, the gold craft, the real-time gold price, multiplied by the weight. But if you look at how NFT is priced in the market, in general, it's only related to the rarity value, like how rare a particular NFT is. So we think that can be changed. And introducing Enchanft NFT. So we are building the composability mechanism into NFT. So, for example, you can actually enchant fungible token with NFT. Like you can literally inject fungible token like SOL or Ether into your NFT. So now it's possess both intrinsic value and rarity value. You can also enchant your NFT with other NFT. So now your NFT is like an NFT bot, right? Your like, let's say parent NFT can contain multiple children NFT, and the recipient can open it up and unlock a loot box, right, to find out the NFT contained inside. And why is this useful, right? It has a lot of possibilities, but in a specific case of combining NFT with fungible token, if we inject hard fungible tokens in an NFT, basically create a hard floor price, right? Let's say you inject 0.1 SOL into a particular NFT. The floor price of that NFT will never go below 0.1 SOL. Because now the value is both 0.1 SOL plus 0.1 Ether plus the NFT rarity value. Because of course our protocol also supports burn the NFT to recover the fungible token you injected, or it's also can be configured such that you can recover or withdraw the fungible token you embedded, without damaging the original NFT. So of course that would produce different use case, right? And in the case of NFT plus NFT embeddings, that will allow the use case of combining different NFT functionalities. For example, if you combine a pass NFT, let's say currently you can find a lot of NFT that give you a lot of privilege to, let's say, a membership or a Discord channel or a certain community, right? The NFT itself is really just like a ticket, and there's the image doesn't have any like cosmetic or aesthetic values. It's just a blank cover, right? You can combine that with another NFT collectibles. For example, Project Pick NFT that looks really nice and cute. Let's say you can combine a penguin with a proof NFT that's recently launched and give you a bunch of powers that apparently worth like 10 ETH and above. Yeah, so let's talk about the project we built. We have two features to demonstrate the protocol capabilities. The first one is synthetic NFT. The second one is NFT embeddings. So for synthetic NFTs, we allow user to create any copy or knockoff NFT of the existing popular NFTs, right? So you basically programmatically right-click and save NFTs as a new NFT. So of course that wouldn't worth anything because it's not authentic, right? It's not created by the original NFT creator. But of course, the interesting part is we want to demonstrate our protocol's ability to inject a fungible token into NFTs, right? So when you're creating the synthetic NFT, you can inject SOL into it, right? So now the NFT actually worth something, right? Because it has real fungible tokens contained inside. It definitely worth more than that. And the second feature is more involved features. Like you can literally embed NFTs into other NFTs. So you can imagine like you have root NFT that you own, and then you can embed like a DAO membership within that NFT, and then you can embed other NFTs within that NFTs. And this is actually recursive in the sense that the children NFT can contain other NFTs or fungible tokens. Yeah, so the combination is endless. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, so this is literally just a demo of the protocol capabilities, right? The exact product that we envision is is a launchpad and a marketplace, and in the future a small ecosystem around this type of NFT. Because currently NFT marketplace like OpenSea or Magic Eden, they don't really support such, we call it rich metadata, where the metadata is actually other NFTs. So they don't display such things. So we want to define the protocol, try to make it a standard, and also in the meantime build our own product that actually support to display all this embedding to the users natively. And in the case of NFT landings, right, the reason why it makes sense is if an NFT have a hard flowing price, let's say you have an NFT that has 1 Ether embedded, you can use that as a collateral to lend other asset, and that NFT can be liquidated at any time to 1 Ether, in a deterministic fashion, right? Because unlike a normal NFT that has to be auctioned, that has limited liquidity, this special kind of NFT have guaranteed liquidity. So that's a game changer in our opinion. Again, let's go back from to the very first initial idea why we built this project, right? We think from first principle, NFTs is this like flexible object on the internet, right? It's not being hidden behind a set of commercial REST API, right? It's right there on the blockchain, accessible by anyone, and most importantly, it's self-sovereign data controlled by user, right? So the currently, although it's only being used to mostly as a profile pick project, but as this deck shows, right, the functionality is yet to be discovered, and there's a lot to be done, right? And that's Enchanft. So I think we have time for a quick demo. Can you guys see my screen?
Yeah.
I'm actually good. I'm actually showing the app, right? So this is live on DevNet, Solana DevNet. So the first feature, as I just mentioned, it's about synthetic NFT. So we can. This is just some NFT we loaded randomly from DevNet, right? I think this is from the game Mini Royale. Currently, so if you like, you don't have to like. Of course, you can buy it from the market, but you can. If you really just like the JPEG, you can create an NFT, like your own NFT using their URI. So of course, this NFT wouldn't give you any of the privilege, or definitely not going to work in the game. But we're going to showcase like apart from right click and save and create your own NFT, you can have like fungible tokens embedded. So I just click 0.1. It means 0.1 SOL that would be embedded when this NFT is going to get created. Let me confirm the transaction. I hope that that's working now. Okay, cool. Right. So now I can see like this is actually my own NFT now. You can see here, right? And if we inspect it, you can see that there's like 0.1 SOL. I can click to extract it, right? Because default, we configure it such that the NFT embedding is actually mutable. When we make it immutable, like you have to destroy the NFT to recover the SOL, then it will like display other kind of property, right? Because now the NFT is actually definitely binded with embeddings. I think we have one last minute to showcase the more complicated features, but this one we had to build beforehand. Yeah, you can see the embeddings like within the NFT, right? So it's basically a tree structure. You can have like arbitrary ways to do the embeddings. So I think we don't have time to really showcase the technical details, but for Solana, we actually have to use a mechanism called Crank to manage the state tree because because the embedded NFT tree can be nested, right? So when you transfer like one of the child to somebody else, you are basically transferred all the children of that child to the recipient as well. So for that, we need to use offline processing task to do that in a trustless manner. But again, I think we don't have to make it too technical. If you're interested, definitely join our Discord channel, follow our Twitter. We're more than willing to share how exactly it works. And code is open source. Just look it up. Look up our GitHub. Yeah, I think we're done.
Got it. Yeah, thank you very much, Leon, for the presentation. Yeah, it's the second time to host you. Glad to see you guys achieve some progress so far. So one questions from me will be so basically if I don't understand it wrong, you can like create your personalized NFT by by an existing NFT plus a certain amount of the Solana token, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So it's literally, I mean, it's almost like a thought experiment. Like we want to challenge the idea of what is NFT, right? Because initially when we actually start to grow, a lot of normies or mainstream users, they say, well, I can just right click your NFT that worth like 100 ETH. Like I just steal your money. It doesn't work that way, right? But again, we also want to, see the ideas of when you sell an NFT, what are you trying to sell, right? Are you raising funds for your future project in the roadmap and privilege of the community, or you're really selling the art, right? So I think we want to just, give it a tweak and see how everyone really thought about it. So we want to just leave it as a thought experiment. And of course, the underlying protocol is what we started with, right? We want to, because the initial NFT standard, be it MetaFlex standard or ERC 721, is very much primitive, right? You're basically defining who owns what. A user literally just owns the ID, not even the metadata, right? Because it could be totally off-chain, right? But of course, that's a long discussion. So essentially, in short, we want to, make NFT more dynamic and programmable, either off-chain or on-chain. I think either area, there are a lot of what can be done. This is just like a tiny fraction of what can be done. A fraction of the fraction, like 1% of the possibilities.
Yep, got it. Yeah, thank you very much for the presentation. You guys definitely have a very interesting vision to pivot the NFT market, and hope you guys could keep building, and let's see what you guys can find out at the end. Yeah, really looking
Thanks for having us. Thanks, Chris.
Thank you very much. And we're gonna move to the second project today, which is the Tai-Shang.
Okay, I will share my screen.
Yeah.
Here is the slide.
Yeah, we can see. Feel free to start.
Okay. Hi, I am the builder of Tai-Shang-DAO-NFT Projects. Now I would like to present our project to you. In short, Tai-Shang-DAO-NFT Projects are the DAO NFT-based community governance projects composed of 3 sub-projects: Tai-Shang-DAO-NFT Protocol, Tai-Shang-DAO-NFT&Gallery, and Manager. The presentation has 4 parts as follows. First one is the problem we want to be solved. The second one is the quick introduction of our project. The third one is roadmap. The fourth is team introduction. The problem we want to be solved. The problem that we're focusing on is that the contribution of DAO members is difficult to be solidified in an elegant and simple way, and this is the basis of the distribution. As the pic show, the first step is to record the behaviors of the DAO members. The second step is that we should solidify the contributions in the NFTs by some way. So the first step and the second step, the prices reward distribution become possible. To solve this problem, we decide an NFT protocol and gallery and a manager for DAO NFT. The related links are shown on the screen. Tai-Shang-DAO-NFT projects focus on the DAO governance combined with GitHub-based or blockchain-based behavior records. The GitHub-based records are as the screens show. The first of all is Tai-Shang-DAO-NFT Protocol. Tai-Shang-DAO-NFT Protocol is an NFT protocol developed by Nasgeek for community governance. The protocol is inherited from ERC 721, and the URI is an on-chain SVG that can be displayed in OpenSea. Let me show you. Okay, this is the NFT on the OpenSea testnet. NFT will load the badges in the form of a list as a proof of NFT owners' contribution to the community. So badges decide refined governance of DAO can be achieved. Furthermore, the DAO NFT can be rendered by the off-chain renderer. It could be a character or something else in the metaverse. This is the gallery and this is the raw NFT, and we can render it to a lay down cat that we design. The second sub project is Tai-Shang-DAO-NFT&Gallery. The goal of the Tai-Shang-DAO-NFT&Gallery is show the status of the DAO and the member transparently. As the pic shown, the gallery could show the information of the DAOs, the information of the NFTs, and the information of the holders. This one is the to-do status, and the airdrop informations. This is the airdrop list for NFT holders. And this is the list of NFT owners, and they are all the badges. The third one is Tai-Shang-DAO-NFT-Manager. It's a pure D app based on Scaffold ETH. It's using for contract administrators manage DAO NFTs. The admin can add and reduce badges. He can add if the NFT owner do something, he can add the badges. And remove it. Okay. Now I'm going to present the roadmap for our project. In this session, we are using the version 1 of this project inside our DAO. Our DAO is a developer DAO. It including the basic functions for satisfy the requirements of our DAO members. In the Q3, we are going to build the holders page to show their information about NFTs, contributions, and other things, and optimize the experience. We will publish version 2 with better experience. In the Q4, we are going to publish the version 3 as a public solution for the DAOs. Okay, the last one is the team introduction. Nasgeek is a distributed crypto native geek organization focusing on core-oriented programming. And this is our website. We have multi projects, including focusing on the DAO, NFT, and the metaverse. Okay, and this is my WeChat QR. Thank you.
Awesome. Yeah, thank you very much, team. One question from me is that, is this a commercial project, or it's just like a experiment so far? Yeah, so the reason that I ask for this question is that I just want to know, like, if this is like a commercial project, I want to know like the business model, like how you guys generate revenue from it. But if it's not a commercial project yet, yeah, so you guys don't necessarily need to answer this question.
Okay. It's working for the insider requirements now, but in the future, the project is more. When the project be better, we could consider about the commercial.
Got it. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, thank you very much for the presentation, and thanks all three of you showing up today. Yeah, so we're gonna move to the next project today, which is the MetaDogWorld.io. Yeah, feel free to start.
Yeah, hello, thank you. Let me share my screen. Screen number 2, okay. All right, I guess I'm on live. So, hello everyone. We are from MetaDogWorld. We are a team of engineer, game design, people working in the game industry for 10 years and in many companies in Vietnam. My name is Hoàng, and I myself have been working at Unity Technology Singapore as a field engineer. So we are building MetaDogWorld. Our vision for the product is to build a socialified dog metaverse where a user can scan the real dog and digitize them into 3D world, into metaverse, and as an NFT on blockchain, so that they can participate in different kind of activities like racing, go to beauty salon, funny moment, etc. So we today we start with dog racing first, and you can check out our project at MetaDogWorld.io. Here's a trailer about the game. Beautiful racing track. So yes, let's get back to the slide a bit. So why dog racing, right? Just so you know, if you haven't known about this, in traditional dog racing, which we call greyhound industry, there are some issue about the industry, right? For example, you can see the greyhound in this industry are raised and feed in a very terrible condition. They are each of them are put into a very small, tiny cage, and then because of racing, right, it's very easy for them to get injured, right, broken leg, and even this one, she lost one of her leg in a race. And not only that, there are some other very terrible, even more terrible issue. For example, like there was a report telling that up to 7,000 baby dogs get killed per year because of higher supply than needed. And yeah, so we can call the traditional dog racing industry is a cruel industry. So we want to solve this problem by putting the dog racing industry on the blockchain, create a game on the blockchain, so that the dog farm owner, they can digitize their farm, their dogs as an NFT on this game, on this world, and racing here, and can still earn money here, so that they can spare the real life dog. And then we invent a new way for the crypto user to play the game, to trade the token, and yes, in traditional dog racing, there are some issue about betting that the race are compromised, right? The race are compromised to some to serve some benefit of the big boss. When we put it on as a racing on blockchain, right, we have the formula to calculate the result of a race deploy on blockchain on a smart contract so that everybody can have a look and check. And yes, we have a transparency racing, and thus betting on top of that will be guaranteed transparency. And just to emphasize that this feature will only available in country where betting is legally accepted, and we will do this with our third party partner. And finally, we want to contribute to the protection of greyhound welfare. So dog racing basically is a niche industry, but the dog itself is a very well-known and popular topic, right? So why don't we just combine them together and make it more popular, right? We want to add a lot of cute dog breeds into the game: the Husky, the Dachshund, the Dalmatian, all of the cute and friendly dog breed into the game, and they can still race to earn token, earn money, right? Talking about market opportunity, this one actually have a very good potential on the economic side. It's a combination of multi-billion dollar industry, like you can see here. 1% of them can already enable us a $5 billion market. About the product, right? Basically, this is a NFT blockchain play to earn game, and it's an idle simulation of dog racing and DeFi products. Of course, this one is a blockchain game. It should have some DeFi factor in it. Let me just quickly show you guys our demos so far. So here it is. So this is our we built this game in Unity engine, and this is the current demo. Starting the game, you can have a look at the market trend, right? In this view, you can see like what dog breed today can earn a lot of money, right? For example, Rottweiler, the biggest one, it's just like the chart in the crypto world that you always use to see the market trend in general. So I have the Rottweiler is the biggest one. I can see the price of him every day. I can buy one of him in the market. Yes, one dog have several skills to improve top speed, acceleration, drift, stamina, form. We can buy one here, and we can put them on a race. Let's register them for a race, and there we go. Let's have a look at one race here. There we go. We have them on the track. So let's pick one of the number that you think will be the winner. I will choose number 5 because it's currently leading. Oh no. Number 5 get to the 5th rank. And number 4 is currently the leading. So there we go. Congratulations to some of you guys who select number 4 as a winner. Right. It's freezing a bit. So yeah, not only the dog breed that you just saw is Doberman. We have many kind of dog breed can raise here. For example, let's have a look at the Bulldog. He's a little cute one and looks very funny on his face. And have a look at the ray trash. This one is different from the previous one. So there we go. Right. They are very tiny, and the way they run, right, it looks very funny. Number one is leading. Oh, it looks very the number 8 just. Oh yeah, I guess this one on this race, number 1 will be the winner. How about you? There we go. There we go. Yes, and that's it on the racing side. Um, so basically, in the game, right, you can buy a lot of different dog breeds, and you get them on the race to play to earn. And here you can have a look at your house. You can, yeah, this is the view where you can see all of the dogs you are currently owning and your own house where you can decorate your garden, buy more stuff for them, make it look better, and make them a better life in blockchain racing game, right? Then we will have other feature like auto race, for example. Here, you can manage all of the dogs you have, and if you don't have a lot of time playing this game every day, then you can put them on the auto race mode by clicking on this button and turn on the modules, feeding modules, racing module, spa module, training module, and they will just keep on racing, idling, right, on the background on the server. They will earn your money, earn your income passively. And yes, you can have a look at their history every day to see the profit every day, the cost every day, and income every day, and profit every day. Beside, you have like other investment feature like food factory, stadium, coach center, spa center. You can invest into to own the shareholder of some of the food factory so that you can earn passive income as well. And this one to be this one will be like if you are familiar with Binance yield farming, so this one will work the same way as that. And yes, we also have stacking. You can stack the dog to earn food, to earn ticket, to earn race, and then you can also stack the token to earn the token of the game. Besides, we also have like referral feature, so that you can invite your friend to enjoy the game and also earn some passive income here, right? Exactly, you can invite to earn. Yes, that's a very quick demo about it. So our product roadmap, we have been working on this since last November, and we are now ready for the alpha test in May. You can subscribe our channel to get updated about the exact date of release in the alpha test. And we are also planning for a public sale of the token and the NFT of the game somewhere in June. And please stay tuned and subscribe our channel for more detail. And about the tokenomics, we reserve like 32% of the token for the in-game reward. And but just to be honest, this one we will need to tweak the tokenomics a little bit more. So yeah, that's not the final version yet. Yeah, I think I get it there. You can check out more information on our website, MetaDogWorld.io. Here we can show you different dog breed and what features we have in the game, and the core game loop and ways to earn, right? Racing to earn, stacking to earn, trading NFT to earn. You can breed the dog to earn. Yes, the game has the breeding feature to produce a baby dog, and you can join in the shareholder of the stadium, the coach center, the food factory, spa center to earn as well. Yeah, so I guess we are right there. Let's save the time for question if you have some time. Some question.
Yeah. thank you very much for the the presentation. So what questions from me will be, right now currently in the market there are already few projects that building the similar theme like MetaDogWorld is doing right now. So for example, Z Run is it's not like a dog race, but it's horse race. And also Meta Derby, which is built on the Avalanche. It's also a dog race game. So you guys are trying to build like the similar projects, I would say. So how can you differentiate from all of them with your own projects?
Thank you, Trish, for the great question. Yes, exactly. We have some competitor on the market, and just to share a okay, I'm on sharing, right? Okay, cool. Just to share a bit more about our vision. We define ourselves as a social fi, as a dog metaverse. Our target in the future is to build a place where every user can use the phone, right, scan the real dog and digitize their real dog into this metaverse and join in social activities, playing game in this metaverse. And to start with it, we start building the dog racing game first, because the dog racing itself can have its own issue in real life that we want to solve it in blockchain. But we are not stopped at there. We are still growing and developing our metaverse with other games, other feature, and the metaverse and the application that allow the end user to capture the picture of the dog and digitize them. So we are not stopped at racing only, but expanding to become the dog metaverse, the social fi for dog.
Got it. Yeah, that makes sense. Also, a very personal I would say, it's very personal favor is that it would be great to see more type of dogs in the games. For example, personally, I'm a Shiba. I really like Shiba, and
Mm,
yeah, so it would be great to see like more dogs to be included. But anyways,
yeah.
yeah, thank you very much for the presentation, and
Thank you,
definitely
Trish.
let's
Thank
keep.
you, Trish. Definitely, the Shiba is on our target. We have the Husky, the Shiba. Yeah, the one that people like a lot. We are digitizing them into the game as well. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you for the suggestion.
yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah, so I think another team won't be able to join us today, so I guess we can end it up here. So I would like to appreciate all three teams' effort for this project demonstration. You guys all did really great uh, by presenting the project, and you really tells what you guys trying to do right now, the vision behind the project, behind the team, and also really helpful for helping audience to understand more about the products and also maybe the future roadmap. So yeah, thank you very much for participating, and hope you guys could all doing great in the future. Yeah, and hope to see you guys soon. Yeah, thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you, Trish.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good one.